Hello Libra, this is Bonnie from Soul Star Bliss with your April 2024 mini tarot reading. We're going to take a shuffle here in just a minute and we'll get to that. I do have a little announcement to make, but we'll also be pulling the love and money cards at the end. I will be going back to Florida, yay, to the Spirit Fest event, April 6th and 7th in Sarasota, Florida. My friend Andren also will be there. Doing her repurposed leather purses with her healing gems, and I'll be doing readings. And I wrote it down because I want to make sure I get the address right. It's at the Fairgrounds, Roberts Arena, 3000 Ringling Brothers Boulevard, Sarasota, Florida. This event for me, I've done many of the Spirit Fest events. They're all awesome, but this is the first time I'm going to get to go to Sarasota. I'm so excited to go and meet the folks there and see the vendors I've met and become friends with since I've been doing Spirit Fest. Also, I just wanted to say, if you like what you see today, hit that subscribe button or the like button there, and we can certainly keep doing the readings for you. But also, please remember to check your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, as sometimes they do connect more even than just your sun sign. Also, if you'd like a reading just about you, because these are general readings, I've included my website down below where you can book a reading with me. It's the only place you can book a reading with me. I still have someone pretending to be me in South Africa. It's not me, just letting you know. So let's get started here and see what we're going to come up with for you. Let's take a look here. Oop. Here we go. Oh, these are looking pretty good there, Libra. Oh my goodness. You know, between work and home, it seems like you're doing a lot of work. I mean, or a lot of time. You don't have any time for yourself, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. And it says you need to take some time for yourself. It looks like, you know, you have to, for whatever reason, go to work, but yet you have lots of responsibility at home. And a lot of people do, but you really do need to, it says, spend some time on yourself, you know, blessing yourself, treating yourself, something like that. It says definite change on the way, especially at work. Something's going to be different there. I almost feel like it's going to, you're going to have a little bit of a relief. Making plans for the future has been difficult for some reason. It seems like you made an agreement with yourself and this is how it was going to be, and then something unexpected happened. But it's something about that's going to seem to improve. I don't know exactly what, and I don't know exactly who that's for. I hope it's for everybody, but it just seems like sometimes, you know, you're on a roll and nothing seems to go right. Something's going to change where the roll goes the other way. It says, you have a lot of spirit help around you. It says, you know, your prayers are being heard. It's important that you know that. And it also says that sometimes when we hold on to love or money, the energy to me feels the same. It can kind of like disappear or get twisted or whatever. So it just says, with love, let it flow. With money, not saying go spend all of your money, but we want to be able to make sure that we have that respect for money so it just continues to move on and keep flowing. Making choices for the future. It's, you know, wouldn't it be nice if this time you made some choices about the future, about you? It seems like you're here, there, everywhere. It's like you don't have any time for yourself. So it says try to make some choices for yourself, and you're going to find that, oh, this feels so good. Or maybe you're going to have some people come in and help you, or people at work are going to help you. I just feel like there's relief right around the corner for a lot of you Libras that have been going through a lot lately. It says sometimes finding answers can be more difficult than you seem to think they're difficult finding the answers for what you need. Sometimes it's as simple as saying a prayer or asking the universe for help, and then it shows up. You may be hearing from someone from the past. Maybe you even had an argument with them, but something about that has changed. It's almost like there was a healing and they're coming back to teach you, help you, do something like that. But you know what? Let them prove themselves before you jump in and start praising them and say, you know, this is, you know, I'm glad you're back. And I really feel it has something to do with work or them helping you in some way. But the good thing is, it's going to change things where things get better for you. That feeling of being overloaded, overwhelmed, is going to be a lot less. It seems like you've learned now to say, no, and you've learned to say, well, that's not serving me, and practice it if you have to, because it's just real important that you do so much for everybody else that you're kind of skipping yourself sometimes. And when we do that, we have to be careful that we don't let our well run dry. We have to fill it up with everything for ourselves so we have more to give others, in a way, I guess is a good way to put that. It says, let's not worry about what's gone, because we can't change that. But what we can do is, things not going right, plans that were failed, something like that. Sometimes even when our plans are failed, we can look back later on and say, boy, am I glad that did happen, because I got this or that. So many times people will, during a reading, say, well, I really wanted this house and I didn't get it. And it just seems like, in a few months, next time I talk to them, oh, I'm so glad it didn't happen because I found the house of my dreams. And I'm using that as an example, but it could be work, it could be people, it could be many different things. But I do feel time for you to celebrate is right now. By summertime, something's going to be different. And that summertime here would be in June, but I feel like, okay, so let's say in June, things are going to be better for more than one person, like lots of people, especially Libras. It's like, okay, I got this. I'm going to make choices that work for me. And then, when they work for you, that kind of spreads out to others. When you make choices that works for somebody else only, you cut yourself short, and then you get tired, you get depressed, you get whatever. But I do feel like, it just feels like here that the choices you make, yes, things are still going to go up and down. They're not going to ever this week be perfect. But you know what? I feel like there's going to be hope and excitement with plans that you make for yourself and for those around you. Let's see here. Preparedness in reverse is kind of like looking back on the past where you came from, and then not making the same mistakes over and over and over again. I mean, we do that to an extent, but once we see like, okay, that's not working, we're going to change something. And I feel that has to do with work for somebody or some people. You're going to learn to count on others to take some of the burden off you for work, I guess, is what I'm saying. Is that for everyone? I hope it is. But it also says that travel that you're wanting to do, that you've been putting off, you're going to do it a little at a time, and you're going to like it. And it's kind of like your way of, taking care of yourself. Maybe you're going to travel with family. Maybe you're going to travel with friends. But sometimes just getting away even for the day is a big deal. And when we can do that, it's like celebrating ourselves, and just little, even bits and pieces is going to make a difference. It's going to give us, if we can say, okay, we're going to rest today, but tomorrow I can do this, this, and this. When we, I don't want to say reward ourselves, but that's the only word I can think of, is when we reward ourselves, and take care of ourselves, it makes tomorrow a lot easier. And I think that's what's going on here. You're going to see that by taking care of yourself and getting some of your own wishes and wants is going to make choices for those around you that you have to make much easier, like saying no or yes I can, or finding a way to make everything work, because some of you have got a big plate full of stuff to work with. And once you realize that you can step back and say, not today, this is about me, it's going to be a good day for you. With that said, let's pick these up and take a look at the love and money cards. Excuse me. Before we move on, let's see here. Come on, Libra. Let's see what's coming in the love and money department for you. And I did already shuffle those. All I have to do is cut them. So let's see what's coming up in the love area first for Libra. Let's take a look. Oh, we have the King of Cups. We have the Six of Swords. And we have the Two of Cups. So those of you that are in a relationship, and if you're having difficulty, I think if you were, or I don't think, I feel, or whatever it is I do, it looks like talking about it would make it much better. For those of you that aren't in a relationship and just feel like you just want to run away, give it a little time. Something's coming. I don't know what this means, but it's like, okay, I've been single for a long time or by myself for a long time. Am I ready to move forward? I think you're going to find what you need to do. And it's going to be different for many people. But it says once you make the commitment to yourself to do what's best for you, everything else gets easier. Put yourself first. Hard to do, Libra, I know, because you are really taking care of a lot of people, maybe even having trouble making a decision about this. And that's for new love. But those of you that are in a relationship and having some troubles and maybe even thinking about leaving, sit down and talk to your spouse, your partner, you know, your love, whatever it is, because I think by talking, things could change quite nicely. Sometimes people don't even realize their life becomes humdrum. And then they sit down and both compare notes and make small changes along the way. So in the love area, I think there's going to be improvement. Money, we have the 10 of Swords, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Knight of Cups. Sure you can see it there. It just seems like feeling like, oh my gosh, what have I done? Where's my money going? You're going to see a difference. And it's been like a crazy economy all over the world for people. You know, they thought they were set and things were ready to retire, and boom, things changed. And but they can change again. It says make some changes to get yourself set up to have your finances set. I don't know if that means for retirement or your banking or your stocks and bonds or whatever, or even making a plan for the future. If you don't have a plan, now would be a good time to start making one. Whether, again, it's starting a savings account, whether it's planning, you know, pay as you go. Best course of action says pay as you go. You don't want to run up a bunch of debt and then have to worry about how you're going to pay for it. But I do feel in general, people's finances are going to improve between now and close to the end of the year. So with that said, I'm going to leave it on that note and see what happens. This is Bonnie from Soul Star Bliss. Libra, I so appreciate you dropping by, and I'll see you again next month.